Love your club but hate paying ridiculous prices for the shirt? At okjersey.com, you can grab top quality football jerseys for a fraction of the price. Same look, same feel, same pride, without a crazy retail markup. From Premier League to international classics, we've got every kit you need, home, away, or retro. So before you drop £100 on a shirt, check okjersey.com and save big.
Yes, people, welcome back. Got a Rivals Lounge show. We've got a couple winners in here. Actually, quite a few winners, to be fair. Everyone won. Even I won because I didn't play. Is that how it works? I'm not too sure.
You got to buy, man.
3
points. You got to buy. You got to buy. 3 points. That's it. Guaranteed. Didn't have to show up for it.
Yeah, exactly, man. I'm already through. If you didn't know, Liverpool finally won, lads. You know, they finally got a game under their belt, which we kind of all suspected. And also, you know, Wirtz lands. Gets a German oppo, I suppose. And then the other one was, you know, Chelsea, you know, finding some good form. Or is that 4 wins on the bounce?
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot for you, look, considering, yeah.
It's a lot.
Kicking off.
Anyways.
Yeah. You know, considering all of the injuries, I got to fucking hold my mic now. I'm redecorating. I feel like a fucking wrestler. I feel like I'm in WWE.
Let's turn back on.
Yeah, with all the injuries that we've had, you know, it's nice to know we can still get the job done. I'll be honest, this game for me was very boring. After the red card, the competitiveness, it went out the window. And I'm someone that likes a competitive game. So it was like, as soon as that red card happened, I knew it was over. And I'll be honest, facing Maresca's Chelsea with a man down is a long day, considering the way that we hold the ball, the way we pop it about. They never stood a chance. But one thing I did like about that game as well is I think with individual players, you look at Gittins.
Yeah,
he was brilliant. And even though they had the red card, it didn't really affect his performance because they still had the same sort of shape when they went the man down. You know, you were still being doubled at times. And even same as Esteval, still being doubled at times out wide. But overall, it was a decent game. Again, once it's kind of a shame they did get the red card because it made it kind of boring. But then at the same time, half time we make the subs. Caicedo gets a rest. Lavia comes off. You know, Enzo comes off. They're good, man. They're good. So you just got the job done. You can only do what's put in front of you. Unfortunate for them, but. Hey, when has an Ajax and Chelsea game ever been normal? It's always fireworks, it seems.
Could have been 8 goals, man, in that game. There could have been 8.
It's mental because all you lot scored basically 4 goals each. Even Arsenal.
We didn't.
Oh, well, you're the odd one out then, isn't it?
2. We must be shit.
It must be shit, man. Who did you play? Oh, Villarreal. Yeah, it must be shit compared to the rest of them.
No, man. England teams, Tottenham drew, actually.
Oh, that's
England
nothing
teams, Arsenal, big result.
You know, there's actually some Spurs fans that are really kind of against Frank. Right?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
And I don't get it.
I don't get it at all.
It was weird.
But we've had this conversation before. Spurs.
It's like they're voicing more.
Bro,
they can't wake up.
I remember, I can go back to when United was still, when United had just become shit, right? I was kind of like, and United fans wanted David Moyes, right? And United fans wanted a manager that won stuff and also played good football, right? They wanted both. And I thought, you know what? I understand why Man United want both. United are allowed to want both because they've had both for years. I don't quite understand why Tottenham think they're entitled to have both, right? You've got a damn good manager at the moment, but that's not good enough for you. You want something else. It does seem like Tottenham, it's never good enough. Like Tottenham, you got a trophy last season. Manager wasn't good enough. Now you've got a manager that probably is more sustainable football and across the season will get you results. Not good enough. It's like, all right.
Sure, it's football fans. Football fans never want to give something time. To bring it back to, well, I don't want to talk about Chelsea, but it's the only example I have. How many people were Maresca out? How many people saying Gittins ain't good enough after 2 months? How many people are saying this, that, the other? It's the same with Tottenham. Why can no one just give it a bit of time? And because you look at Thomas Frank, yeah, he's the one manager as a Chelsea fan that I hate playing against.
You know why? Because there's a certain club here, Arsenal, that all they get is criticism for giving it time.
See, there's a difference between months and 6 years.
We've been taking a long fucking time, so fair shout. But look on the Tottenham side, but you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't as a manager. You know what I mean? Like he's got. It's not even his team really, and
well, you've got Richarlison up front.
Yeah, exactly right, and he's still getting a tune out of this squad that isn't his. Right, and they're not happy about that. They're in the mix. You're in the mix. All right, what would you want to play? Exciting football so you can be entertained and be in 16th. Which is it? 16th and fun.
This is what I'm saying, bro.
Boring, exactly man. Let's Mourinho this shit.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. It's just that you just finished 17th. Yeah, one place above relegation. I think the worst finish in their Premier League history. Just about, I think.
Like say that again. 1 point or one place above relegation.
I don't know what manager goes into that team right now and says, and you know, it's going to have a little bit of a switch. No one really rates Solanke. He can't even stay fit. Richarlison is crap, man. Don't care what anyone tells me. Their wing options are arse, bar Kudus. Kulusevski and Maddison, 2 creators, are out. Their midfield is the only thing that's going on for man. The defense, really. Bro, what else are you going to do?
And the thing is,
you're like third. You're third place.
Do you know what you have to? The first thing you probably have to do at any football club and this is the thing, right? Yes, in a cup competition, you went and you won. And I'm not downplaying that as well, by the way. So if I'm coming across sarcastic, sorry, I'm not downplaying it. You went and won a trophy, right? But away from that, in the league, you absolutely fucking stank. 1 place above relegation is stinky. It's shit. That's really fucking mad. Shit, right? Yeah, real talk, bro. Even for Tottenham, that is stinky as fuck, right? Surely you need a manager to come in and stabilise you in the season 1, right?
That's probably what you think, yeah.
Yeah.
The issue is they got higher
standards. That's not good enough. Oh, why? Because you had a cup run, a team, you finished 17th. You need stabilising. At the moment, you're having a damn good season so far compared to last.
The Spurs fans are there, and probably there might be a few listening to right now. You're basically Wolfie. I don't ever want to hear you lot getting onto Wolfie, because you know what you both have in common? Unrealistic standards for your clubs right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're third in the league. You might not. Who cares if you're in that little phase where you have to do an extra game in the Champions League? You still get through. You're not winning it anyways. So why do you give a shit too much, right? You just went to a Monaco team that just drew with City, and they're 9 unbeaten. They just about got a draw with City. To be fair, it's Monaco. Like, they got a decent side. I will never understand that.
We should have beat Monaco.
Yeah, you should have smashed them back 4. But the thing is, you got Haaland.
No, but let me be clear. When I'm saying we should have, I'm saying it wasn't good enough from us as well.
No, but it makes no
Monaco
sense.
Is shit.
My thing is,
Monaco are not.
I think I compare it again. I think I might have said this last week. It's like they probably drew their first very beautiful woman in a club. You know what I mean? In a long time. It's been a while. They've been married. They got divorced. They went out there.
Oh, they've had boys.
They've been in the mud. They've been depressed, and they drew something decent. And now they all of a sudden she's gone away. She's it was just a fling, and before you know it, they think they can go do it again. All of a sudden, it's like, I don't think you're going to get there, but you're expecting too much. Sometimes you might have to go for the 7s, man.
Bro, and
you love him too.
And be very happy with the stable 7 that is working her job, is coming home, is cooking, is cleaning, bro. That's what you've got in Thomas Frank at the moment. You've got a good fucking manager. You've got a good catch. Bro, you drive him out, right? You know what? It's the type of thing Tottenham will do. They'll drive a manager out and be like, you don't know when you're onto something good here.
I can't imagine any match going Frank out, to be honest.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I agree with
that. But you know what? They celebrated Pochettino, right? Great manager. Who got them nothing. They'll celebrate Pochettino. You know why? Because he played nice football, but he got them nothing.
Fucking name.
You know what's funny? Ange was more successful than Pochettino.
See, who does CAA Mafia support?
Let me have a little look at his name. Chelsea.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Right.
No, Thomas Frank is just another Nuno.
Basically Nuno from
No,
Forest.
no.
Yeah.
No, but I disagree with that. If you
No,
look at
he's
Frank's
solid.
evolution, but look at
He-
Frank's evolution at Brentford. Did he always play 5 at the back, 4 at the back like that? He evolved his team when he got better players and went further forward. And look what he had last year. He had possession-based football and whatnot, and he had a lot of attacks. His defense was very structured. Like, bro, you can't do everything in one window. Not when you've got no attackers to sustain anything because they're crap and they're crusty and they got nothing bar Kudus. Kudus and
By the way,
Inshallah.
is Solanke injured?
I think he has been, yeah.
Bro,
Right,
this guy's
okay, yeah,
always.
I don't rate him anyway. I don't rate him like that. But I haven't seen much of him.
He's getting a tune out of a squad that's makeshift. Imagine if he actually had a few players what he could get out of this squad. Like, let's be honest, a transfer window where they can spend some money on players that he wants.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Bro,
give him
I
some time because he's just
I
flipped
think-
you guys from. He literally took you from what, 3rd off the bottom to 3rd in the league. Something like that.
For me, I think
Literally.
you go and get Spurs a left winger,
Yeah,
And a striker,
Oh,
man.
a striker, and for me, another 8. Morgan Gibbs White would have been perfect for them. I'm not gonna lie, he would have been.
Yeah, all day.
I don't like.
And I
He'd be a good
think
fit.
I think they're on. I think they're on to something. I do think they're on to something. You do forget they have had injuries this season as well. They've been quite bad with injuries.
Like I said, Frank's a hard
Well,
manager to beat. Man.
The one thing I would say is at the moment, what is it? What have they got in Europe? I think have they drawn 2, and have they won 1?
Oh, yeah.
Drawn 2, 1-1.
And they
One
just about
thing-
got one over the line as well.
So that type of form was kind of similar-ish to our form in Champions League last season. And all of a sudden, you're getting to the last couple of games and thinking, shit, we haven't got enough points here. And I think Tottenham, I think they might be there soon. Where you've got to get some results in Europe if you want to qualify. But I don't know. I don't know if they.
We'll see.
I also do think I heard someone yesterday on, I don't know if it's this channel or if it was Big Six Bants, but saying that in Europe this year, the teams, whereas last season it was all a bit weird in the new format with remember Real Madrid were in really bad form. Like if you saw the teams that qualified automatically, it was all a bit mad. It doesn't seem to be going that way this season. Results do seem to be the teams that you expect to win are winning.
I'd say so, yeah. At the moment, they actually get smashed, but bar Napoli getting beat up.
Napoli was a surprise.
That was a weird one. Yeah. People, there's like 500 of you in the house. Smash the damn likes, please. There's only 84 likes. I'll be real. If this is anything for anyone, even if you're on your TVs, it's not really an excuse. It's up to you. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. But if you go on any channel, not just here, really and truly in your mind, if you say, you know what, let me just quickly like this video, because as soon as there's like 200 likes in pretty much click of a fingers, you won't even hear about that for ages because the likes will just naturally go up anyways. Yeah. But you do a lot of favor for any content creator that does that. So, and if anyone wants to do that and be a nice guy, then
anything.
Man. And if
everybody loves something that's free as well, so it's free.
Hi, Mons. Mons, does it feel a bit better?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Fucking hell.
Why? What was being spoken about at Coppish just now?
Oh, have you just come from therapy? Sorry, my bad. I forgot when you've I've had therapy, and when you leave therapy, you need a good 20 minutes.
You're supposed to go into that room. You're supposed to go into that room.
You are supposed to. Bro, you don't.
You say recalibrate.
Bro, what? You don't have therapy, and then literally jump straight back into the fucking frying pan. What are you doing, bro?
Well, actually, it doesn't get any better. So, first question is, I've got 2 questions, for you.
Now that he's weak.
What was said on Coppish? For one,
leave him alone. He's just come out of therapy.
Oh yeah, but we have to ask him some questions. This is called this is part of the therapy. So it's like, what did you learn?
It's been in a month, man. I've been starving. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. So the first question is,
he sounded like a cracker when he's had his first.
Yeah.
I've been trying.
What was said on Coppish?
And you got some W's.
And the second question is, the second question is,
you play that role quite well.
Is the Mo Salah stuff true?
What about Mo Salah?
Apparently, Mo Salah removed everything Liverpool out from his Twitter and everything, and apparently unfollowed them as well. I don't know if it's true, but it was just on Twitter. It apparently removed everything
Who?
Liverpool related. Mo Salah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Nah.
that's what's gone on. Apparently, that's
Maybe
what I saw.
I don't really.
Hey, if that is true, these
No, I
fuckers
mean,
are
I'm on
put down tools, isn't they? Jesus
I'm on his Instagram now. It's his last. I'm on his
Yeah.
Instagram now. Like,
Bro, his
What
toys.
about
out
his-
the
what
back.
about his bio?
No, Twitter.
his bio, oh, his Twitter.
Twitter.
His Insta's always said always believe in. So his Insta says. I don't know. I haven't checked his Twitter. I don't know what his Twitter.
It would have
Shall we-
probably been his bio, innit?
Shall we check his Twitter? I suppose.
Picture of a Christmas tree.
No, that's
He would've
that's
did
where it
that.
all went wrong.
He's got no
What
header.
else?
He's got
Listen.
no
Oh, Liverpool need to pick up their form before
no
Christmas
header.
for Salah.
What was his
no
header
header,
before?
no,
What
no
was
header,
his-
no bio.
He's Liverpool.
What was his?
so
What was his
it-
header
it won't
about
move.
before?
He changed his
It won't
profile
move.
picture.
He's
I
got
don't
no
know what it
header
was.
now. He's got no header now.
He changed his profile picture. It's got no header, and anything. When I look at the photos, there is the last
Yeah,
time
there's
the
Liverpool
Liverpool
pictures
photos
there.
back in September 20. To be fair, but he's removed some stuff. But maybe
Bro, his header's not there. That's a bit
is it
weird.
to send a message? Maybe like to say like I'm just not, like bro. Twitter's different from Instagram. Let's be real. Like there's some
Yeah, I
nasty,
don't know.
pricks, especially some. And this doesn't go for all Liverpool fans. I hate it because if you're going to generalize it, but there are some nasty pricks
In every fan base.
in every fan base online that have no clue, and that's that in it. He's probably checked the message and said, you know what, fuck this.
But Wirtz, we now have seen that you want Wirtz to get GA. Send him the Bundesliga.
He just goes back home and wrecks it. No?
And the muscle
Hey.
memory kicked in.
What are you
No,
mean?
Muscle memory.
Even just that, like he was
He's
good
so
against
good.
Galatasaray and he was good against Atletico. It's just European football. That's why when he was good against Atletico, I didn't be like, oh my god, now Wirtz has landed. He's landed,
You wanna
guys.
see him-
No,
you want to
because
see
like
him at home. You want to see him at home.
He's still yet to board that plane, innit? He's still in Germany right now, right?
with me, no, I'm just saying, jokes aside, in the Prem, obviously, I'm not saying he hasn't had any good minutes in the Prem. I'm just saying that like European football is probably going to suit him. You know what I'm saying? It's
Games
always
are
gonna suit him
opened up
more.
a bit
Definitely
like
Bundesliga.
Even
He's gonna
against
get a win.
Atletico, they were just giving him the space to get on the half turn, to just drift into areas that you shouldn't really allow a player like that to get the ball in. And yeah, like he looked like that, and that's why. So I don't think it's a Bundesliga thing because he beat up Atletico. So not to say that Atletico are any good, by the way. I'm just saying like they're not as good as they are, but Atletico's still a decent side. So
Did he beat him up?
yeah, he was really bro. Wirtz was good against Atletico. Like
I didn't watch it, so I wouldn't know.
No, neither did I. I'm just going to take
Wirtz
it.
was good enough.
No,
He was
but I
good
hear
enough.
it. But was yeah, beat up is like if you knocked a man out and I kicked him, did I beat him up? I don't know.
No, bro, Wirtz was central to
I was
most
just
of the things.
involved
He
in the
was central
jumping.
to almost everything in that game. He was very good in that game. So yeah.
Enough.
But yeah.
What about Zach though? Hooked at half to bro.
Is that more GA than Turkey, by the way?
He's injured.
Huh?
What?
No, I didn't. Who
Oh.
are we talking about? Wirtz?
I didn't.
or-
No, sorry.
Months. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Wirtz?
I didn't say no. I wasn't talking about anyone. I wasn't talking about anyone.
Talking about. Well,
I'm talking about anyone.
Oh, if your level is
Mike
a player that's been injured for most of the season and has had probably about 150 minutes of football and still has one assist, still has one goal. If that's your level, yeah, no problem. He's better than, but he costs like 5 times the price. So if you want to beef a 30 million player, beef away.
Hey man, hey, listen. I'm just
Glad to see that the old Months is back and that quickly.
Wait, what are you saying, man? The game is game.
Anyway,
you know what it is, Cass. You know what it is, Cass. You know what it is. I'll say this. The reason I did that was because I said that Wirtz was going to get Atletico. And I'm like, oh, well, was he? Well, I was like, well, you know, shameless. I just went even more shameless. I just went further shameless.
Months. We need to address a bit. Months. We made a bet. Should we fucking cancel that bet because it stinks?
What bet?
Can you not remember? We made a bet.
Turkey and Wirtz.
Turkey. No, it wasn't. It was Turkey and Marmoush against Wirtz and Isaac. I was getting carried away. No, it wasn't Isaac. Yeah. It was.
Isaac.
We made a bet who would get more GA.
Oh yeah. What was it? £100?
Why would you not add Hart?
Bro, yeah, because he didn't add Salah, I didn't have Haaland. Bro, do we just write this bet off because it's fucking stinky?
Oh,
as
did
shit?
we write it off?
No, I'm saying, bro, the bet stinks, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it absolutely stinks. I don't.
Oh
know
my
what I
god!
was
Wait,
on.
they're on like 3
One.
each or something like shit like that. innit?
Bro, it's stinky as shit. We can keep it going, but it's a stinky bet. But anyway,
Yeah,
is that
it
You
is
can add to it. You can add
that right?
Haaland. You can add Salah.
No, I don't know about that.
Like,
How about this? We
add Salah. It's fair.
Do you want to add?
if I can add Haaland, I don't mind adding Haaland, and we can keep the bet rolling.
No, let's add Delap.
Oh, you man can add Salah, Gakpo.
Oh,
Let's add Delap.
the whole front line.
Injured.
Let's add Delap.
Monso, how much you pay for Isaac? 150 million.
125.
125 for half-time hooks. Mad.
Injured. He got injured.
Was he injured?
Right.
I feel a bit bad now for that.
I don't.
No, he got injured.
That's the
I'm-
one
I'm-
thing.
I'm-
Groin injury.
I'm actually annoyed that he got injured once because I
He
wanted
wasn't
to
doing
play.
much anyway, to be fair.
No, but I wanted,
yeah,
I wanted to play against your next opponent's Brentford because obviously when he plays, you actually get worse.
What is it? A bad injury?
Apparently it's
We
groin.
don't know the extent. It's a groin injury.
Yeah, Katike, bro.
You know what's mad?
Boy.
Slot's comments, yeah.
Gun.
You know what? Slot's like
Gun.
said, "Oh, we could
Gun.
press because
Best
because the ball was on the floor." He said that in his press conference, right? And it's like, I don't really understand what the saltiness is
So
to
what happened
teams
for-
playing the
no,
ball in
what
the air.
happened
If
versus
it
us
means if it means that a team gets a result because you dysfunction another team from doing
Facts. It's
certain
football, bro.
movements or presses or whatever, that's how football works.
I mean, look, you can.
Slot is looking really bald right now. You know when you start losing, like a man starts losing, and you really get to see for what they are. But he's looking really bald.
But I know Monts' view on set pieces is the same as mine with the Arsenal thing. I've never fucking slandered it. I think actually fucking fair play to a team that tries a plan A and if the plan A,
Yeah,
and if-
brother.
and if
Kanata and Van Dijk.
if the plan A fails, then take advantage of the plan B. Like,
Or when the plan A is working, use the plan B to kill off the game.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
ultimately, this is a thing, right?
That's what I agree with that.
I'm
bit,
going to
the
do a
first
bit of a
bit,
cat
Tip
speech
it.
here. We
That's an
can
opportunity.
try and police about how we like football to be played. And as individuals, we all have different likes of how we like football being played.
Preference, innit?
Right?
Preference.
Preferences, yeah. However, football is football. And if you're winning games and that leads to winning trophies, in fact, now fuck the trophies thing. If you're winning
It
games,
hasn't won led to the trophies yet.
but forget that. If you're winning games through playing football in any fucking form, why are we're starting to say no, you're not allowed to win games like that. No, you're only getting 2
It's
points.
just it's
for
a
that.
cop out though.
No.
It's like going from a penalty though. That's the only thing that I see it as.
No, defend better. How about that?
Yeah, I know. I hear it. Do you know what? Yeah,
Bro,
I keep thinking.
The thing is,
Are you
bro,
answering your own question or
we
you
all
asking?
know. I'm answering my own. I think we all know, right? That fucking Rice is going to put in a fucking weldy cross, and we all know that fucking
Gabriel is going to get into it. Yeah.
fucking
Bro,
hop in the air like
delivering.
Spider-Man,
So stop
yeah?
it. So stop it.
bro. So
Yeah,
instead of
stop
going,
it.
oh shit, football, well, fucking guess what? Show good defensive football and stop
No,
it, bro.
I
'cause
think
the
this is
I
the
said-
first
I-
time.
It's not
Every
like
single time.
we
Same
haven't seen.
thing on my channel.
Every single time, yeah, I think about. We always talk. This ain't sustainable. Yeah, I keep thinking, yo, this has been happening for a year and a half now. This might be the first ever time where a top team has made corners sustainable. You know, like actually sustainable.
I said the
Like,
same
it's-
thing on my
it's-
channel.
It's just
I
the way that I
swear.
like football though. I always judge of how can you score against a team that are when it's 0-0, everything's level, and both teams are trying to go at it. If you can you break someone down whilst they're in a low block or whatever? Can you break down the whole structure that they got? That's what I base it off. That's why I get like it's a bit of a cop out. I see it's the same as penalties, isn't it? You get a penalty. It might be a bit of a fluke one. It's a cop out. Now the game's opened up. There was no like real test for your team. That's the only thing that I don't like about
No,
it.
I
I
just
mean,
don't get it. I'm
but
sorry.
the
I've never-
thing
at
is-
the
the
same
thing is,
time, innit, that's
in
what
a-
I'm saying. You got to give them
This is
praise here
a-
because what
yeah,
top team has
it's
done
sick.
this? What
When-
top team has been so good at corners, bro? You talk about quality. Sorry to keep thing. You talk about like the big teams have big quality in it naturally. Like this is the first time I've ever actually seen them like use it to their advantage. Like, you've got defenders that are brilliant
Actually,
in
you
the
got short memory. You're a Chelsea fan. Tuchel.
Yeah.
what, from
Do
set
you not remember?
pieces?
Yes, Mason Mount got 9 assists in one season from set pieces, my bro. So have you ever?
We weren't.
Yes, it was. I
Nah,
remember.
not like them,
set
bro. Not
pieces.
like them.
Yes, you was.
Not like them.
Yes,
no, we
you
weren't.
was.
Not
It's
like
just
them. We
glorified
had a
more now
lot of
because
goals
it's more
from open play.
noticeable. No,
We had a
brother.
ton of goals from
Bro,
open
you
play. Our
scored
wing
bare
backs
set
were
pieces.
our wing
Rudiger,
backs
all
were
of these lot.
flying.
No, man, this is what I mean. What have you
Nah,
done
they
for me
didn't have a
lately?
lot.
What's
They
the
didn't
most
have a
common
lot.
spoken about thing? Bro, Man United used to score loads of set pieces under 30.
See, the
Like,
thing is-
bro,
Bro,
it's happened for
bro, this is a thing.
just getting
bro,
glorified
bro,
now.
man, I remember my club's won leagues by company fucking, but not to the level that Arsenal are doing this at, yeah? But like I said, we can all sit here and fucking moan about it, or we can moan about our team being shit at defending fucking set pieces. Because if you are going into a game against Arsenal, best believe you are going to face a couple of, whether it be corners or whether it be free kicks, you're going to face a couple of fucking Declan Rice crosses, yeah? And you better be fucking
Bro,
trained.
But
Yeah,
the thing is, most teams are sitting back.
Wait.
Most
Yeah,
teams are sitting back.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
if you
So
sit
look,
back,
when
you're
a
gonna
team
face-
sits back,
bro, you're going to
what-
face more
what are you gonna do?
corners.
Yeah,
You're
you
gonna
see, the
face
thing
more
is,
corners.
they want to sit back. You want to sit in the low block. Look, it can get you a point, but if you want the game to open up, you got to use all the tools in the toolbox. And this is where people get the shits like, oh, you can't break down a low block. Yes, we can. It's called a set piece. It's like, oh, but you got to play through them. Who says that? Who says that? You have
But
to play
who
through them.
sets the
You're going
rules,
to tell me
bro?
how to
Who-
score a goal.
Who sets the
I'll
rules?
tell you who's going to score. I'm going to tell you
on
who's
how
going
to
to
win
score. I'm going
games.
to tell you who's going to take the free kick. You stop them. All right, you already know what's going to happen. Make it stop.
You know what? Guess what? From all of us played
Hey,
football when
Jay.
we were young. All of us played football when we were young, right? And all we were taught, and I mean very young.
Volleys and
From
headers.
young, no. From
Remember?
Cass, I mean from day one of playing football, one of the first things you are taught is fucking win games, innit? Win a game of football, bro. Right? The importance is winning the fucking. It's the first thing you're taught. Before you're taught playing out from the back or any of that, you're taught, yeah, go out, here's a ball, go out and win the game, right? So Arsenal are winning fucking games of football and still getting criticised. Nah, mate, the set piece thing, our teams need to all do better. And to be fair, we actually did all right with them on set pieces, but simple as that. I don't know about what I heard yesterday though. What was it?
Oh no, honest thought was it's funny how he's complaining about set pieces,
Bro, he's
and,
at
then,
it
and
again
then
as well.
Liverpool
And
now
then
score the most
Canate
set
and Virgil
pieces.
van Dijk
Yeah,
both
they
He
scored
scored the
set
most
pieces.
in the Champions League this season.
Do
But the
you
thing
know what?
is,
Yeah.
Van Dijk's
it's
header was
funny
good.
when you've got two of the best,
Van Dijk's header was
like
good.
you've got two of the best
Open
aerial
passing game.
defenders in the league, yeah. And you said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use them to my advantage. I'm going to get Szoboszlai to whip the ball into an area where they are going to dominate, bro. Like you was last year. Do you remember? Do you remember that?
By the way, what I'm saying, Frankfurt are very poor on set pieces. Our
Very.
actual set pieces this season haven't actually been that good. I was actually quite surprised that we got 2 headers because
Two.
no, go on, because McAllister's actually on the corners, and because he's been so bad, he's not been taking them. So Szoboszlai's on the right side, which I don't mind, and usually it would be actually Andy Robertson from the right side and McAllister from the other side. Now it's been Szoboszlai and Gakpo. So maybe they're still kind of learning to get that consistency. Maybe not as good as maybe like a Rice from corners or like a Saka from the other side from corners.
You don't want this to happen to your teammate. It's going to ruin football for you. You don't want to score off a set piece. No, don't do this to Liverpool. What's wrong with you? No,
No, I'm not.
don't do it.
I think the only reason, as I said,
no, don't do it.
do you see the set piece FC thing? The only reason I think people got overboard with it is because last season, at masses of times, you guys were playing like your attacking patterns were really like
Rub.
Last season.
It was so when
we're going
now,
down the right.
I don't think it's necessarily the same this year. I think, and maybe that's actually because of, call me crazy, maybe it's actually because of Gyökeres stretching the back line, creating a little bit more space. Maybe it actually is because of that. You know what I'm saying? But
and there's, I think Eze as well. I think there's
Eze, there's loads of reasons.
Calafiori down the left.
Yeah, there's loads of
Calafiori down the left.
I think it's Zubimendi. They can't get close to him. You can't get close to him.
Yeah.
Nah.
So that's what I'm saying. So I think, and you know how important that controller is. You know how important that role is. One of my favorite players was Jorginho when he was actually quite fit at Arsenal. When Jorginho went next to Rice, I was like, bro, that's the most scared I've ever been of Arsenal under Arteta. Was when Jorginho and Rice were just punching man up every week, just punching man up.
You know, I find it quite hypocritical. I'm just deep in it as well, once, yeah. And we probably I've probably been a part of this myself. But a lot of people rated Diego Simeone, innit? Like for years, and they still have, and they still do. So quickly, he's played rubbish football, and they say it doesn't matter as long as you win. There's certain people, right? You can work out names. There's bare names, to be fair. It's that, but you
League Gunner.
more than just that. More than just
Legal
that.
for him.
More than just
Legal
that.
for us.
We've been on streams with multiple of our own people where they say, I don't care as long as I win. Yeah. But if you're going to win via set piece, even if it's last year, even if it's now, but you don't care, right? Because as long as you win, Diego Simeone's won fuck all pretty much in the tenure of Atletico. I don't care if he's up against fucking Real Madrid and Barcelona's. He's been through their poor periods of Real Madrid and Barcelona, and he's only won like 2 leagues, by the way. First time was amazing. Second time round, it was just a given pretty much. I don't look at Diego Simeone thinking you're a mastermind. You spent bare bread, by the way. You received bare money, right? But wins by any means possible, right? But the same way, when people have an agenda, which could be myself, which I've also
won
online.
One major pass.
Do you know what I mean? I know it comes down to that
I had a Premier League and the FA Cup and another Carabao. No one's chatting rubbish on his name. No one. Or maybe there's a couple idiots out there. But when you haven't won anything, you get scrutinized to a higher degree because now you're spending, winning, and not winning it, but you're not getting anything out of your wins. Like you're getting 3 points, you're getting maybe to the semi-final, quarter-final. If Arsenal had won, if Arteta had won Premier League at any point, brother, it changes everything. Simeone has won a La Liga, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
By the way,
I do think he's dropped off though. But do you know what? It's like, do you know one thing? One thing that I really fucking can't stand, yeah, in football, not just in football YouTube, but in away from YouTube as well, right? Yeah. If I rate someone last season, or if I don't rate someone last season, yeah, and now they've done something to change my mind. What am I supposed to be one of these pricks just because it's trendy?
No, you got to die on your shield, man. You have to die on your shield, Dax. You're not allowed to.
That's the same with my club. If I talk on a player and say I'm not feeling him, and then the minute I say I'm not feeling him, not having him, want him out of my club, the guy starts fucking putting in performances and makes me go, my fucking bad. Firstly, I'm happy. That's what I want, yeah? I want any player that I don't rate at my club, yeah? I want to prove me fucking wrong. I don't want to be right. I don't give a shit about whether I'm right or wrong. Okay, I'm a City fan, innit, yeah? So I want to be proven wrong. That does my fucking head in. And the same with people, bro, shit changes in life, innit? 1 minute you like the flavours, next minute
you get told they need to hold the bench in it, and then they score, and then it's all like, you're an idiot. You previously were telling me.
I got 2 questions, right? One is like, so obviously hearing the Arteta thing. So let's just say, like, you had a club tomorrow, and like it was like a top 4 club, and you had Slot, Arteta, and say Emery as options for your new manager. Right, so obviously Slot won last season. Are we is the panel of the opinion that Slot's a better manager than Arteta?
No, not for me.
Yeah, that's my point. So my point is that I'm not even expressing an opinion on this. I'm merely like, outcome-based objectives make sense a lot of the time when we're trying to rank people, but there's more nuance to that. So people in the comment section, would you rather have Slot or Arteta? I think it's a good question. I don't. When I look at Arteta not having won, there's still not a huge amount of managers I put above him in world football. Like,
I've always said it. What he wins at Arsenal, I do not know. I can't see the future. But do I think that he will go on and he will be a good manager? Yeah, I do. I 100% do. 100%.
It's like little things. It's like, do people think Nagelsmann's a better man? It's like very, like, by the way, I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he is. I'm just trying to get a feeling. I remember when Spurs were linked to Enrique, and Spurs fans were like, I don't want Enrique. Like, I think he'd just come off something with the Spanish national team. And I was like, Enrique's an excellent manager. Similar bit to Xavi now. People will be like, well, he did this, he did that. But it's different evidence will present itself, and people will be like, this manager's amazing, or this player's amazing. I always say it's quite difficult to tell between a good player in very good form and a very good player in bad form. Do you see what I mean? It's quite difficult to tell who's who.
I was one of the Chelsea fans that didn't want Enrique. So I was one of the Chelsea fans that didn't want Enrique.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people didn't want him.
To be fair, he was pitted up against Nagelsmann, and the panel might know how. Nagelsmann, that's my guy.
Overrated.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think Nagelsmann's a little over. Like
He's
we
a
talk about-
hippie man. He's a hipster manager, and I can't stand. And you know what? My manager currently falls under that category too. He's a hipster manager.
Do you know what? Do you know something I want to say on Arteta as well? Yeah,
Yes,
that we always call him. We always call him the student of Pep, right? And of course, he's also a student of Wenger as well. To be fair, but student of Pep, student of Wenger. But the beauty is that, well, not the beauty, it's actually the opposite to beauty. But what I rate about him is that he's not someone that's like, and I'm going to do everything the way Pep wants to do it, right? Because the way he has adapted the defensive side of football and mastered the defensive side of football, yeah, that isn't a Pep thing, right? That's an Arteta thing, right? I mean, some might say it's a George fucking Graham thing, right? But this is the thing where it's like, you know what, this guy's adapting. He is adapting. And as a manager, if you can't adapt, then you're probably.
It's the same with. I think if you had said, if you just watched Arteta without any knowledge or anything like that, you wouldn't associate him, or I wouldn't associate him with Pep.
No, exactly.
I think
that.
even the same. I think
not the
even
style,
Maresca is kind of moving away from that. Like I think before when he first started, it was kind of like do everything Pep way, but he's adjusted. But it's the same as
that's where it's from. It's fair play. Yellow Dean's point is very.
Yeah, but
he's under David Moyes for 5 years.
Arteta's, but like,
I've never deeped it.
I never did that as well. I forgot.
Arteta
at Everton was cold. He was cold at Everton.
He was a good player at Everton. I do think he was a good player. I think he was a better player at Everton than he was at Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like he had. I think because he had
a better use.
Did he get an ACL?
Who?
Arteta.
I don't know.
He might have done. He had a serious injury that like took a bit of his mobility.
Yeah,
away.
he did. Yeah,
but he was so absolutely. Yeah, just looking at it, and it's another thing when you look at the managers like Thomas Frank and stuff, and I'm sure we'll talk about Thomas Frank, is that like I feel like there's, you know, when you're a manager and you're very structural and tactical and you adapt a lot, I prefer managers that have their own style that imposes on the opposition rather than a manager that's constantly tweaking tactically that negates the opposition. Do you know what I mean? It's a subtle difference between the two. And I think Arteta used to, like, was it 22, 23? I was like, that was a very good Arsenal team. The one where
high flying, you score, we score. You score, we score.
Yeah, exactly. So and I think if you look at it like managers now, players as well, like Maresca's a good manager. Like I think Maresca's a very good manager. But I also think there's not a huge number of managers who can do attacking patterns and put their team out like well offensively that are structured. That you got Company, you got Maresca. You look at like an Ange or a Poch. They don't have the same tactical nuance.
They didn't come up under Pep.
No, Ange is still playing the same football that he played when he was controlling the Australia squad with three in the back. And we're talking when Ange was fucking my age. He hasn't changed at all.
Yeah, but that's the thing. When you look at like a Maresca and a Slot and things like that, they've got the ability. Like Ange's style of play is just too. It's like Poch. It's a bit kamikaze. It's basically like Bielsa.
No, it's not a bit.
I know this. I know this. That's all it is. You're trying to say that the managers you're talking about have got the ability to adapt, and with everything that comes to every little bit of knowledge that comes to them, they're using it to adapt their styles.
Exactly,
which is key to any manager being successful. Look at Mourinho.
What
I mean?
You gotta also look at how players fit in together. So, for example, Diaz going to Bayern has taken them up a level. Yeah, it's taken them up a level because of like the intangibles, like the work rate, the energy, the pack. These are intangibles. They're not. It's like it's why I always say to Arsenal fans, like, be careful what you wish for with Martinelli, for example, because his energy, passion, blah blah blah. That's quite difficult to replicate. You could obviously get a better player, but in terms of that intensity level that you get from a player like that, you got to be careful about just taking that out of your team and squad.
That's why I always say I will never be against someone that's a hard worker. People
bro.
just go around. Yeah, they give them a bad name. They call them roadrunners now. They
Yeah.
call them roadrunners. It's like it's a bad thing to sport thing. It's why I know Garnacho's quality on the ball isn't the best, but I know he's going to work hard if he's told to by the right coach. And sometimes you just need that in your team. You need legs. Like,
Just keeps.
The problem is when they get branded as something they're not. That's why. Well,
the
my
whole-
reason for
I
the
think they
cardio
call them a
ballers
roadrunner,
when they because some cardio ballers are, again, I've had to go through it myself. I've been painted as 10s, for example. You know what I'm saying? A roadrunner in the pivot, fine, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, facts.
without
Just play where you're supposed to be played. Don't you know what I'm saying? Like Sabozlai is way better in the pivot than he is in the 10.
Yeah.
But when he got signed, he was branded as our version. He was RKDB. Do you see the issue with that?
Yeah.
Do you see the issue with that?
Yeah. But and the issue with that is that things like that, it's now like, all right, well, I'm going to judge him like that now.
Yeah.
You just like, and as an example, I get told that Sabozlai is the Hungarian Steven Gerrard. Okay, well. Right. Okay. So now my mold is when I look at
comparing him to Gerrard,
I'm going to be going. Well, I'm comparing. I've heard you're the top. Yeah, you're spot on. Once it's the comparison.
Look. Jordan Brown says he's better in a 10. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
who are we talking about here?
He said no, he's not. He's better at a 10 at another club. No, maybe in another league. Maybe in another league.
Not in this league.
Not in this league. No
and
way.
by the way, do you know what? Every now and again, in certain games, you know what? It's fucking like against different teams. It might be, you know,
I'm against Leeds.
You can have them because I think Klopp said it, and we all know it with Pep. The overthinking that elite managers do, and sometimes they come up with fucking genius things that work. Yeah. So every now and again, but I think the proof is in the pudding for me. Sabozlai is not better in the 10. Like
not in the Premier League.
Not in the
Premier League. Like it just is what it is. Like he doesn't have the ability to play in tight spaces.
He's
and
a brilliant
receive the ball in
support
tight spaces. When the ball is in front of him, wonderful player. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, in the half spaces, his strengths don't lie in the half spaces, and that's just the bottom line. And most 10s are very good in the half spaces.
Tight quarters.
No, but it depends though what you mean by that, Mons, because it's almost listen, guys who've been following this channel for a while may know that I am what we call a Bruno Fernandes file, BDL, Bruno Defense League, etc. And I think the quote
you were Xavi Defense League before, and now
I was in Xavi. See, this is where you guys misrepresent me. I said I thought Xavi Simons had a better start than Wirtz. I never said I thought Xavi Simons was better than Wirtz. I just thought
I never said that. I never said that. I'm just
that's my point. So it's just
but you just put that down to a corner.
No, hey, listen, but a corner was better than nothing. However, over the last game and a half, I can acknowledge that Wirtz has started to look a little bit more comfortable, and I can now say that.
I'm still waiting for that one clear cut. I'm still waiting for that.
I'm not afraid of saying I was wrong. I wasn't wrong at the time I made the opinion.
I still think you were.
Well, potentially, but it was close enough to be debatable. Now I don't think it's debatable.
I think they still got to go to the Premier League on the weekend and see what they can do because they've still both
done exactly. I was about to say the same fucking thing.
No one's wrong yet. They both ain't done.
No, Cass, don't pick and choose when teams to GA. Just course GA and hold on, Jay.
What's the price difference between these two players?
Jay, this is where I'll link up with you. Cass, don't pick and choose when you want to use 00. It's in the Premier League only. Premier League is all.
No. I already stated it. Don't worry, mate. I said, don't worry. He's not 010 no more. He's just he's 008 now.
Yeah.
Simmons, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started.
No, he's still 00. He was still 0010.
But this is
he was still 010. My thing is, the thing is, it wouldn't really be much of a conversation of 00 and all that if he was actually fucking putting in some solid performances. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
not these. He passed the ball a couple yards and it led to an assist.
Yeah, but hold on. But you guys,
it was part of the build-up play.
Oh,
but listen,
fuck off, man.
yeah, but
I'm
I'm
saying
not.
that
I'm not.
shit, bro. And I've been saying it for ages. Me and Kunle, since the World Cup, was it the World Cup? The World Cup, or was it the Euros? I've not felt. I think he's average. Like, he doesn't offer much for me. We got a couple goals in the Bundesliga. Go watch half of Leipzig's games last year and look at the fall off. It's nuts. Yeah,
Who you talking about?
guy is
Leverkusen.
Simmons, another hyped up brother. Yeah, that I just don't understand where the hype.
You gotta give him time though, Cass. Like the thing is,
No,
like
he's got
You
quality.
can give him time.
He
But
does have
no.
quality.
Wait, one sec.
Yeah,
This is
like-
what I don't have to do. Yeah, just because they're young, I don't have to give it time. I
Well,
can look at a player
yeah.
and say, I'm not feeling this player.
Yeah,
the
fact.
way
If-
you
like-
man over gets
Okay, so
Morgan
if you don't-
Rogers, yeah, is the same thing.
No.
I don't
Right,
see what's
okay,
special
so
about Morgan Rogers.
I'm with you on Morgan
He's
Rogers
what?
as
What
well.
are you
by the
telling
way.
me about this guy? What's so
Yeah, but-
special about this guy?
okay.
Not much.
Hold on, but Cass, but the point in terms of like, there's different points. You can critique. I can say Xavi Simons has not been good since he joined Tottenham. That's cool. Yeah, if you're gonna say he's not a good player, to me, I'm like, I think
He's a good
really,
player.
that goes back to what Monster
Can we
said
change
about.
the wording then?
Hold
Can we
on,
change
but-
the word? Can we change the wording then?
He's got the potential.
Maybe
in other
to
words.
well, there's potential and there's potential.
well,
There's being a good player and there's being a very good player, and he's
Hold on,
just
yeah.
a good player.
Yeah, but
He's
what
not-
I'm trying to say with Simmons here is like, me personally, I've never been that high on Xavi Simmons. Personally, like a lot of fans were like, this guy's this guy's that, this guy's this. I always saw him as a moments player in the Bundesliga, and now he's come to the Premier League and he's going to have less moments because it's a better league, right?
Yeah.
However,
And the
at
spotlight's
22, he's obviously in theory got a very high ceiling. Do you know what I mean? So if you're going to tell me that you don't rate him, I'm going to be like, fairs. Yeah,
I think we're a
if
bit
you're gonna say
harsh
he's
here.
not a good player.
Let me know what's good about his game.
He's got good qualities. He's got good qualities,
Like
man.
what?
He's got a decent eye for a pass. He's got a good.
Decent,
Well,
so that's
funnily
not
enough,
good.
he's got a good set piece. He has a decent burst of speed. He's quite good in tight spaces. Like he does have a bit of a shot on him as well.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think-
He's got
Do you
some
know,
raw
I think
man,
his
raw-
positioning at the minute for me is he's not working hard enough off the ball to get into
Well,
certain positions.
man,
I like when we got linked with him. I'm not telling you I watched every Leipzig game. I did, but I
Yeah.
did a bit of research. I did an extensive bit of research,
yeah.
and like a lot of the times when he'd start wide and he'd I don't know, he'd quickly.
So he's just
drift
decent.
in. He's got good. He's got good.
Let me
quality.
reply to this. Yeah, you know what? You know what's quality? Coutinho. You know when he comes into play when
Yeah.
he's paying
Bro, how
everything
many
for
players
15
has
minutes?
Coutinho
No,
got?
wait.
Coutinho was-
How many
We're talking
Coutinhos
about-
are in the Premier League?
This is the difference, yeah. This is what I mean about rating or
I've
giving
seen a
time or the
Coutinho.
narrative, bro.
You get the ground
Coutinho
running
gave me.
though. Is there?
Coutinho gave me
Yeah,
Vavavoom.
yeah.
No, but hear me out.
Yeah.
once. We're talking about tens, yeah. We're talking
Quick
about
to switch.
special players. Like you look at the Prem, we're talking about top team. We're not talking about
Sorry, can I-
Everton's or anything like that. We're talking, are you going to give me a bit of a Vavavoom in the fucking 10 or
Oh,
are you not? Or what is your best quality? A ball carrier.
Sorry.
Fuck off,
Can
man.
I just give an example? We're
Oh, we look good in
very-
existence.
Ball
we are
carrying
very
is not his
limited.
best ability.
Hans, you mentioned earlier we're very limited on what we've seen of Wirtz at City at the moment, right? But of what I've seen at
Liverpool.
Wirtz so far. Sorry, not
Liverpool,
Wirtz. Sorry, I mean in Turkey. Sorry, fucking hell.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
still
yeah.
can't get over that Wirtz move. Even after sticking out the gap, I still fucking want him. No, with Turkey, yeah, we're very limited on what we've seen of Turkey at City so far. But like, I could come on here right now and say after seeing what about 140 minutes of Turkey, he's got an eye for a pass, right? He's got Vavavoom, right? I can say that now. At the moment, someone will go, yeah, but Dapsy hasn't got Gio. Okay, cool. But I've seen that. Watching Xavi Simons, I don't know if I've seen that. And
he's way
the
better
thing,
than-
the thing
than
is with
Xavi
Xavi
Simons,
Simons
way
as well. I think he is one of those players, if I'm being honest, where he needs that supreme talent around him. I feel like if
Yeah,
you
he
allow
needs a
him to be
winger,
the
a
talisman,
nine.
yeah, if
He needs
if
a bit of a
he's
free roll.
like, don't get me wrong, Xavi Simons with the guys that you've got, it's gonna like you'll get 1 or 2 games where you go, that's what you can do. But then I think for the other 5 or 6 games, it might average out. You know what I'm saying, Jay? Whereas if he was actually playing with, and I know it sounds maybe condescending, like the Canes, the Sons, the Bale front line, or something like a front line that's
Tulu
even
on the
Lucas,
right.
even Lucas
Tulu on the
Moura, who
right.
like creates a lot of space. I just feel like when you, and I believe you will buy better
Lucas Moura,
attackers.
yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
he will look even better
Yeah.
or much better once you
But
buy.
that's
What were you
the
saying?
thing, though,
Because he
Mon.
will find them more.
Tottenham's problem
That's the
at the
issue.
moment.
That's the
Tottenham's
issue.
problem at the moment
What's the
is
issue?
we have
He
no-
just needs
we
to
have-
play his own game. If the other players
No,
don't
that's
do
the
their
issue.
job,
But
that's on
when
them.
you're a player that
honestly,
needs others, yeah,
honestly,
I
on
don't
them.
think you're that special. I don't think you're
hold on.
amazing. Do you get what I mean? I want to play. Obviously, it helps, but you're like, bro, this is why I like look at players. Tackling
You'd
back
be
in the day, we'll look back at them now.
Yeah.
Look at back in the day, like Defoe, like he was a good striker, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
he wasn't an
but-
amazing one. But bro, like I'm looking at Tens and Shabby Simmons and stuff like that. Yeah,
But Cass, I think you got to remember the
Yeah,
10
but this is
position.
what, but Kaz, this is
He's
why I
not
got
that
you.
good, like, the 10
game, bro.
Because this is
But all
exactly
the 10s are drifting from outwards to in.
when you judge Bruno in isolation and not
Bruno's
being
better
all
than
these other
Shabby Simmons,
10s.
and I don't like Bruno, but I can appreciate Bruno. He's
No,
not.
but you got to appreciate 'cause he's better than all these 10s. He's better than all these 10s.
I
around
hear
the
it,
world.
yeah, but I'm just saying in it. Like I just don't see.
Talk about my
I've
team.
never seen Shabby Simmons hype.
Better
All
than
I've seen is
Cherky,
someone
bro.
like in the Bundesliga. If it was so, all right, you know what? Let's just end it there, yeah. Because I
Better
don't
than
even.
Cherky. Who's
If I
better
look
than
at it like
Cherky?
this, if Shabby
Bruno,
Simmons
Bruno.
was that much of a top
No,
talent,
no,
he would-
no,
why-
Cherky's
no,
better
he would
than-
not have went
Cherky's
Spurs.
better. No, Cherky's
No,
better.
Nah, I'm not going to.
He would have
Bro,
went
I mean,
Spurs. Some other top team would have
look,
took him.
aesthetic. This I can say aesthetically that Cherky aesthetically.
Can
to
we
me,
also
better. Bro, I can't. How
can we also say in
how
this
dare
league
me
that
trying to compare Cherky to Bruno at this stage, though, bro?
can we
Bruno's
also
keeping
say
his
that in
career,
this league the
keeping his
10
career.
position is actually dominated by 10s that drift in from out to in. Palmer's best numbers came
Yeah.
from the right
Yeah.
to cutting in.
In between the
You know,
10 and
Wing-
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
wing-
in between. Like,
you
it's
know,
like,
in
it's like half
between.
wing or half 10.
You know what?
Even
You know where the
Coutinho,
edge of the box.
like, people like
Yeah.
you guys threw like who threw someone threw Coutinho in there. Coutinho actually came left to in
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you got-
yeah.
Coutinho wasn't Liverpool didn't play or
But this
four,
is-
like when Liverpool played a 4-2-1
4-3-3.
when we played the
It's no
diamond
longer just
when we
getting
played the
central behind the
diamond
nine.
Oh, we
you know when we
started,
played the
yeah.
diamond it was actually
we started that, yeah.
Sterling, Sturridge and Suarez were the three and Coutinho was actually like right centre mid or left centre mid some like
Yeah.
these guys were like kind of wide coming in, not always. Even Payet was a 10, but Payet was playing left wing,
Yeah, probably.
coming inside as well. Even Ericsson.
No, man,
JJ, how many times did Ericsson play right mid?
He played right
Left
wing
mid.
a lot, especially when Son came through. He was playing right
Yeah.
wing
Yeah, he
almost
would, yeah, he would.
extensively.
Yeah, because
So
after we
I
saw
just
Ericsson,
think-
then
I
he
think that in the Bundesliga, you can actually
swear
stand
down
in
there was
the
a
middle
stint where
and be that 10
Ozil did that
in
as
the
well.
Bundesliga. You can stand in the middle
It was
and
a
be the
small
10
stint.
and you'll get the ball in the half turn way more in the Bundesliga. In the Prem, it's just
Hey,
so compact.
I'm
It's-
seeing
it's-
man is
these
saying
names
Buenanotte
like
is better than
El
Simmons.
Canus and Buenanotte. Listen, what I'm
He's
gonna
a
say
bigger
about-
average.
Stocks are low.
Yeah, what
El
I'm gonna
Canus.
say-
Stocks are
El
low.
Canus, you know.
What
El
I'm gonna
Canus,
say
boy,
about-
allow El Canus though, man.
El Canus. Like what I'm gonna say about Simmons is we
Oh, he's
spent
decent. He's
Spurs,
okay.
Spurs
I like
spent
it.
hold on,
Hilarious.
Spurs
He's
have
hello,
spent 100 million on Tell and Simmons, more or less. Yeah, 100 million pounds,
Jesus
right?
Christ.
Right. First of all, you can use different words like Jesus, soccer, but so for me, I'm like, okay. So in these instances, I'm like, are we just trying to appear like a big club by buying these players at over valuations because we can then say that we've managed to acquire good players? Because I'm gonna be honest, I really feel we could do better with this 100 million. I'm not gonna denigrate the players. I'm just like,
Weren't you
Yeah,
man linked with
man.
Semenyo? You were man with heavily linked with Semenyo, no?
No,
oh,
but he.
Semenyo gets Semenyo all day.
Nah,
but
he's in the
You're
Come
not
on.
Semenyo's biggest
Come
fan,
on,
bro.
Arsenal.
what I'm just trying to say is
coming to
200K
Arsenal
a
As
week.
well.
Go on, Jay. Go on, Jay.
200K a week.
We've got to
right?
wait for them to move on him, do all the work, then we move.
You see
Sorry.
that interview of him saying he was.
Wait,
he was
one
gassed
second.
about the
Let Jay finish it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say 200K a week, 60 million pounds. It's like I expect more, and it's not even like I think he's crap or this or that. It's just as soon as the Spurs fans saw that we were signing Xavi Simmons, they immediately were like, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. And if you've watched him enough time, then you can have a good opinion. Whenever I've watched him for Netherlands, he never overly impressed me. Yeah.
Never.
When I watched him at Leipzig, he never overly
one
impressed
game where he ducked
Yeah.
Christ.
yeah. So my thing is, all I'm putting this down to is he's a 22-year-old player with a good pedigree who potentially has a high ceiling. That's about all I've got at the moment. Because what
So
he's
you're saying
showing
it's a
me
gamble.
on the pitch, yeah,
You're
what he
saying
showed
it's
me
not
on
a
the
gamble.
pitch, I could have picked up El Canus for 25 million, and I could get
Who would have
Buenanotte
done more?
on
Who would have done more? Who would have done more?
Of course. I could
harder
have
as well.
Buenanotte on loan right now,
Wait,
and he would have
can I-
given me the same amount that Simmons has given me
Can
so
I-
far this season.
Can I
So
ask, in football now, right? What age are we seeing as young?
I think 22 is still young. I think up to
Yeah,
24.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, if this was
25
back
and
in the
below is
day,
young to me.
if this
See,
was
I
back in
know,
the day,
I'm going to be
23
really
year olds are
pedantic
still seen
and
as
say
young bucks.
24. I'd say 23 and younger is,
Oh, yeah,
is young
I think
to
so,
me.
yeah.
I said
That's the
24,
PFA.
24, 25, 26, you're starting to hit your peak ages. for me.
Especially when you've been in football for a while
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well. You've been in
yeah,
men's football
yeah.
for at least 4 or 5
Under
years. You're
23,
younger
yeah.
more.
I
You could be
think under
17
22.
and you're 22 now, yeah, but you've had a lot of
Yeah,
men's
it's
football.
all-
You're not a young player for me. You're a grown man.
Sorry. When you
Like,
say
for me,
men's
is when your
football,
demeanor
He's
changes.
left there, he's
Actual
left.
football.
actual,
Football.
not Brazilian Division
that?
2.
Even then, bro, like it depends where you've been, I suppose. But that's just the levels you're playing at. But for me, if you've been in men's football for 5 years, like Saka was in Saka, for example, 5 years. Star boy, whatever you can call him, whatever. But he had a lot of football. You're not a young player no more. You're a grown man. You're one of the best players.
Get out and get a job.
But isn't that about evolution though? Somebody's talking about like KDB in the comments, and I'm just saying like the thing about KDB is, and someone says, of course KDB could dribble. He wasn't like he wasn't like
It's when your demeanor changes.
I would
That's
say
when you can be judged.
he's a very good ball carrier / dribbler. I don't know where the line is.
Between a dribbler, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very thin line between ball carrying and dribbling.
But the problem is as well, right? Is that like so? You got to remember, De Bruyne, like every player, right? He matured, right, and his qualities change, right? When you're younger and before you have big fucking injuries, your qualities are like De Bruyne used to be an absolute fucking workhorse, They used to get back, get involved, and then drive forward and bang goals. But we have to remember, De Bruyne had a lot of fucking injuries. He had a lot of injuries and it caught up with him and his game changed. Like he couldn't do all that driving with the ball no more. Now, but Jay, I think what you're saying, is the dribbler. If we're talking about a dribbler, because I think you're right. De Bruyne is a ball carrier, That is, he's a ball carrier.
He's a decent dribbler, a world-class ball carrier.
You can be and driving ball carrier, right? You can pick up the ball and fucking drive at teams. That does not make you a dribbler because
but hold on. Adama Traore was an elite ball carrier or a dribbler to you? Adama Traore.
No, he was just
to be fair, there was one season where his dribbling was a bit nuts. There was one specific season where his dribbling was a bit nuts. Like, but then I think he turned kind of into.
He knows how to beat it. He knows how to get past the player as well. Remember that he could dribble past the player.
Cass, need to ask you because that certain fucking pussy-o in the chat again is trying to do it. What's De Bruyne? Because I say one thing, this guy again, bro. Respectfully, suck out.
No, KDB was a workhorse, to be fair.
Right.
Yeah, so this is a good example. This is a good example.
This is what he does. He starts off trying to call me out and builds up more and more and more. Time him out, bro.
Morgan Rogers is a ball carrier. Musiala is a dribbler. But they have skill sets that overlap. But so the difference between them, like in terms of what you're saying. So Morgan Rogers is not really a dribbler to me, but he can dribble. But he's a very good ball carrier.
And he's overrated.
And then, by the way, there's also players who are solely ball manipulation, but don't almost have the burst to carry the ball.
Yeah. They're nuts. Them ones there, I just
like the ball. Yeah, you know the man that just manipulate the ball.
Yeah,
Turkey and that, bruv. Like,
like ball manipulation and ball carrying / dribbling. It's whatever word you want to use, really. But you're definitely right with that one.
Kudus is an elite ball carrier and an elite dribbler.
He's the illusion. You think you're going to get the ball in it. You think you're going to get the ball from him. You're not getting the ball off him. They know what they're doing. Like Neymar was probably the best at that,
of course. He had to blend the both.
He had everything.
Because it's the weight of dribble. Because certain man can dribble, like Anthony, for example. Anthony's got quick feet. He's got really quick feet. But when it comes to dribbling, but when it comes to dribbling and manipulating the ball around the player, there's a reason why Anthony prefers to do a 1-2 than to.
I think
it's not Ronaldinho. He's not Ronaldinho.
That's the problem too.
By the way, and there's nothing wrong with being link up wingers. By the way, Sancho, Sancho, in terms of ball manipulation, dribbling, technical, he's up there, bro. When it comes to talent,
but when it comes to actually,
the thing is,
when it comes to like slander them in and out of players and that, like he doesn't actually have that. But like Sancho would rather give it
he's so slow.
Like Anthony Gordon can dribble.
I think he has slowed down a bit though, because at Dortmund he was faster.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's like Jacob Murphy runs with the ball. Anthony Gordon can dribble. When you watch it, you can see the difference between them. You know what I mean? So.
But
I don't
you
know
know
what
what?
Atlanta does. What does
Chelsea,
Atlanta do?
you've got
client,
Chelsea.
you
This is
guys
what's under this. Like Chelsea, obviously, you smashed up Ajax differently yesterday. Yeah, it was light work, probably the easiest game ever. Yeah, for you lot. But like you got quite a lot of
Makeshift
dribblers.
squad.
You got
Wait, man
them.
said Mahrez,
Makeshift
Silva,
squad.
Foden, Gundogan carried KDB. Oh,
Never.
Who? What?
What?
Bro, that's a mad disrespect to Kate. I don't
What?
understand. Anyways, you know what? Let him retire.
Oh
Give him
my
5 years, and we'll
None of
talk
those
about his name
players-
properly.
What's he
anyways.
saying?
No,
Carry
Marcus.
For me,
What?
No, what
I
he
can't
says?
even lie.
Oh my
Every
God.
player under the sun.
KDB's top 2, top 3.
Listen, I went
Easy.
to City
That's
quite a
prime
few
midfielders.
times last
Well,
season.
Well, this is what, is Marcus
You
young?
could argue he's the best.
Marcus
He's not
must
young.
be
He's not young.
young.
Mark-
I'm trying to
Marcus,
say, yeah,
Marcus, bro.
I'm old enough
Oh,
to
He's
speak
a
a
hater.
lot of
He's
midfielders in the
he'll
Premier
tell you
League.
straight, I'm a hater. Like.
KDB
yeah,
is
yeah,
fair
top
enough.
two,
He's a hater,
he's
he's a
not
hater.
number 2.
You don't care.
You know what I'm saying? He's
Oh,
top
If that's
2.
his
He's
opinion.
not number
If that's
2.
his opinion, sure, man. But no one will take
No.
it serious.
No,
Yeah.
no. So Marcus, so they didn't know they didn't, bro. I mean, ultimately,
He was
if you're
there before
saying-
all of them.
Hold on, but- yeah,
Bro, if anything, yeah, KD,
He was the first
Bro.
one there.
bro,
KDB was the one that carried them, bro. What are we on about?
Yeah.
And some of KDB's best seasons were before they were there. Yeah,
16.
that's the magazine, bro.
2016,
The best
yeah, yeah.
KDB.
Outside of
Go
David
back
Silva-
and tell
outside
me.
of David Silva, he was the first one there. That's what's
Yeah,
killing me.
yeah, and then
Mahrez
then-
was still at Leicester, wasn't he?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morris
Yeah.
did it in France.
Bernardo
Morris
was
did
still
it
in
in
France.
Yeah.
And furthermore,
Oh, that's right. He wasn't even at Leicester yet.
France.
Him and Vardy hadn't even hooked up. Yeah.
But the thing is as well, yeah, with them takes,
Exactly,
it's
they
like,
blur.
you know what? If you just don't like him, that's fine. But you're telling right. And when you say carry, here's the thing: you can say the carry thing, right? But in every single team, successful team, yeah, you could argue that different players are carrying different people. Because I could then go, nah, because without Fernandinho, none of that happens because he's sitting in the 6th role.
Aye,
Any
without
player-
without
guess what?
De Bruyne,
All players-
Haaland doesn't break no damn records.
Every
Bro,
player needs another player. The team.
Bro,
game.
remember
Yeah.
when De Bruyne came back, bro, from an injury, and didn't he win you man the or not? He didn't win you man the league, but he came. There was one specific game he came back. Yeah, he literally got subbed
No,
on,
bro.
changed the game completely.
Newcastle-
Like,
No,
Newcastle,
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 but-
Newcastle.
but
it
bro,
might
but
have
you-
been something like that.
No, but
I
this
swear
is
down, he
we're
won you man
doing.
the league.
No, that Newcastle, but that's a what have you done for me lately thing, bro. He did that a lot because the guy. You got to remember the injuries he had. He'd come back, yeah, and it'd be like fucking hell. De Bruyne's back, and literally, yeah, that is what it would be. He'd come on the pitch.
Bro,
as a sub.
let's not
KDB
act like
was
we
modern-day
weren't
Frank
all
Lampard,
dreading.
man.
We were
Yeah,
all
yeah.
dreading
Oh,
when
Gerrard,
KDB
yeah.
would return. Everybody dreaded it. Whenever he got the ball, bro, this guy, I think it's him and Fabregas, yeah, for me, unless I'm missing someone off the top of my head. In terms of passing and the quality of the pass, can you name many different? Can you name
But-
many that are better than
He's,
him?
bro, he's number,
Especially in
bro,
the
he's
Prem.
number 1, bro. He's not like people will talk about skulls and stuff, and fair enough.
Nah, for me, it's him or
But, like,
Fabregas.
what I'm trying to
because
say, what
Fabregas was nuts.
because what thing that people need to understand about KDB as well is what he did when the game got faster, the game got more personalized, the game got more strategic and systematic. The guy can still find space anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Anywhere, bro. And give
Bro,
it delivery. The thing is, he's
Bro,
like,
and
a-
then,
he's
and
like a
then,
blend.
then you're looking
You
at
say he's a blend of like Gerrard and Lampard because out wide, like he can remind me
Yeah.
of Gerrard a
Bro,
lot, but he's
bro,
literally
literally
like
guys,
Lampard.
the guy's technical empathy. I call it technical empathy. Was so good.
He's a joke, man.
Like, as in the weight of the pass, where to put the pass. I saw Silva and all these
Bro,
guys.
his
before
range of
before
pass was
KDB
nuts
got
as
there,
well.
City were nowhere near the same level side. Obviously, it's down to Pep a lot as well. But KDB raised
Yeah,
City to a
KDB, Silva,
different
Fernandinho
level.
was a cheat code
And,
midfield, man.
honestly,
Cheat code
it makes me laugh when people because
Hated
I
that
used to be a
midfield.
proper Lampard stan. Yeah, a proper Lampard
Oh,
stan.
we
You
can
know
tell.
me.
We can tell.
You know me, functional ballers. And
He's elite though.
when KDB got here, forgot all about Lampard. Didn't need Lampard anymore.
Chelsea's biggest legend after
There's nothing that
KDB.
Lampard could do that KDB couldn't do. So
John Terry
once
Lampard.
I agree. I can't lie,
anymore.
bro. I even put out a post one time saying KDB actually might just be the best. Like, if I'm taking bias,
He's the best, bro.
Bro,
He is
because
the best.
the thing
He's
about
the best that I've
KDB,
seen
yeah,
in the Premier League. From a midfield point of view,
his range of
100% the
pass,
best.
bro. Travella, he's got the cross. He can split you over the top,
This-
through the middle, bro. He has
Sorry, and
everything.
let's be
No one's
because
letting us
where
box.
we are right now, yeah, is we are naturally gonna think about KDB of the last probably 3-4 years, bro. That's not the best KDB.
Bro,
Yeah, you have to be going back. You have to be going back
of his career.
7. That type of
Swear
period.
down he
was
has
the best
the
KDB.
record assists, no? Is
Yeah,
it him that has?
No.
Who
Giggs
has
has,
it?
bro. Giggs has.
I even just,
It's-
but
it's
I even
something.
remember that. Do you
Yeah,
remember that
some
game
sort of
against
report.
Arsenal when Arsenal rocked up to the stadium, being like, "Oh, this is a big game, and KDB scored that dirt goal, 1-2 with Haaland,
What, and then walk
corner
around the
from
pitch.
35
Was that the
yards.
one where we walked around the pitch?
Yeah.
Ozil was
1-2,
not
35
better than
Oh, and
yards.
they're all throwing bottles at him, and he'd like
Yeah.
Ozil was quality.
Isn't that when he
Ozil
pushed?
was-
He was at his peak.
Isn't that when
At
he
his
pushed
peak, he was
Arteta?
different.
Yeah, at his
Oh,
peak.
yeah, push that. What about the time?
Yeah, I don't even know what the push of Arteta was for. I don't.
Is that the same
honestly,
game
people-
that he went on that dirty run as well, and he just
These
tucked it near
moments,
post,
yeah.
low and hard, tucked it near
Bro,
post.
can you not remember? Hold on. Can you remember? Not remember
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Wait, can you not remember the Stoke game as well?
No, I just
Bro,
remember Peter Crouch.
go and Google the Man City Stoke game, Kevin De Bruyne. Bro,
Right, Peter
man
Crouch.
came on and completely changed the bro.
Yeah, what about the left-footed? What about the left-footed half volley versus Arsenal from about 40 yards
side
out?
netting.
Yeah,
Oh,
touchline.
shit, I remember that one.
Yeah, so bro,
Same.
come on, man. Like, please,
But anyways,
you've got to respect KDB. The
Quick
best
question.
team in Premier League history, arguably, he's the best player of the best team. So why is he not in all-timer rankings? He has to be.
He will
The
be,
best-
but
the
he's
best
one of them
player,
who's higher.
the best
He
team.
needs time.
Has to
He
be
needs time.
yeah,
an
yeah.
Do you know
all-timer.
what it is? I hear what Cass is saying, because the thing is, at the moment, yeah, he's still there and he's playing in his final years, right? Which is not the best KDB, right? You need
No.
when a player retires, I feel you need them to retire, and then you need probably another 5 years on top of that, and then you start not just going back to
Because when people
or
start
what he
pulling up
did
the
a
tapes-
week ago, you start going back to what he did, bro. Let's talk Wolfsburg for a second. Fucking hell, bro.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Nah, I can't, bro.
Let's talk about Spurs. Yeah, we can talk
We
about
got,
Spurs.
we've done it earlier.
I don't think I've overly said Spurs are amazing to be cooked about Spurs being crap.
Yeah, we just know that you're doing
That's
all
what
right.
I'm saying,
to be fair.
man.
I
Like,
don't
listen,
know.
guys,
I don't have
You know, you see,
personally, innit?
the results that Spurs are getting right now with the squad that they've got, makeshift, right? You got to give him credit, and the manager. You guys are in a discussion. You're in a discussion.
Well, we're just
When you've got injuries.
That's the same for
Yeah,
we've got a lot of
Maresca.
injuries.
That's the same for Maresca's Chelsea right now. They had 3 teenagers score yesterday in create history,
Yeah.
though, and they all scored. Like,
they-
that's
they-
the
First one.
just-
Oh, you
Yeah.
see,
Makeshift squad, bro.
Giyu broke the
Super blue
record, and
squad,
it
bro.
held for 10 minutes until Esteval broke it. That's dark. I just said, no, I want that record for myself. Oh, you see Esteval.
sorry, just before we go into Spurs, my thing is like,
Chelsea.
listen, why be? Yeah, because obviously you're saying this now, and I just want you to be clear. If Man City's team, yeah, is arguably the best team in Premier League history, if it's not the best, it's the second best team, one of United's teams. Yeah,
I thought it was Mourinho's team, I'm gonna be
KDB
honest.
in that time period,
I would've said
Prem Player of the Year, I think 2-3 times, Prem Team of the Year 5 times, top 3 Ballon d'Or, etc. So all these names you're saying, the best player of the best team automatically is top 5. Without
He was the one constant.
Doesn't matter to me. But
Bro,
you can't,
thank
like,
you.
he's
He was the one constant.
Fabregas-
He's the one
Fabregas is not
constant.
better than KDB. There's no justification for you to say Fabregas is better than KDB.
Fabregas is better than David Silva. Sorry, but he's not.
Do you see what I mean? Like even Xabi Alonso.
Awesome, yeah,
Xabi
that's
Alonso.
about
That's just silly.
Why are we
Xabi
doing it?
Alonso,
We don't even need to do individual things. He's just
Yeah,
not.
I mean, like,
That's
Roy-
what
Roy-
I'm saying.
Jay, what you said there as well on the KDB thing is you've got to look at the full body of work, right? And you've got to look at his whole time at Manchester City. If he wasn't winning the league, if he wasn't winning the league, he was coming second apart from one season, right? As our top player, right? Come on, man. It is what it is. But do you know what? Here's the thing. I find when we're doing these debates, it's not for me to say because I'm a City fan, so I'm going to say it. Right?
No,
Hook said something to me yesterday that's so true. As football fans, yeah, we should be allowed to be over exaggerate our own players.
VD does it-
to be
VD
gassed
does
off
it
our own players.
on a
because we
constant,
support
so
our
don't
club.
worry
If we're not going to do it, who else is? It's a
Who's gonna do it?
discussion for other people to fucking have.
Oh, don't worry,
Bro,
VD does
and
it
it's
for
like
That
everyone.
message from Hooks, but
Everyone.
wrong message,
Like,
guys. Hyping up players about winning anything.
Anyone that you
Very-
sign, you gas up anyway. So don't matter. Don't worry. I might
course,
be
I've
the
got-
same.
I've got a
Hey,
lot of
imagine this. I talk shit on players, and if they sign for United, I'm gassing you up.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like, do people really think that? Like, do people like? Listen, no offense, yeah. Seth was benched at Chelsea. Seth was benched up, but like, listen, KDB, yeah.
Always said,
No
bro,
offense,
always
right?
said.
There's no team that KDB wouldn't in his prime. he starts for every single team in the world without question. There's not one team he's not starting
Bro,
for.
I think you can go into
Vini,
any
do you
team.
remember? Do you remember that game where Diego Costa went sicko at Conte? Get Cesc on the pitch.
Oh,
He was
Get
shouting
him on the pitch, and then he put him on.
Yeah, and he went
Yeah.
up to his for him.
Oh man, as watching Cesc, his passing, like immaculate, like tier one, sits on table one with the
What do you mean?
absolute best of them. But
Boy, Cesc Fabregas was a joke. Remember,
Bro.
people forget 16-year-old Cesc Fabregas.
When he was 16,
Ooh,
bro,
With his
I,
money.
even
I don't
must have been about
understand. Okay,
12
what
watching
is
Fabregas.
Fabregas?
Fabregas at
Oh,
Arsenal.
the
I love
Fabregas
Fabregas at Arsenal.
After Barcelona, Arsenal.
He's no way. Oh, I can't believe Arsenal fans really think
Fabregas had great dribbling as well, very underrated dribbling.
Nonsense.
Bro, there's a
Especially in his
good-
younger
I mean,
days.
Who said that?
In his
Who said that?
younger days.
If you compare their
Look, in his,
careers and stuff,
in his
I
younger
think
days, he showed a lot of
career
promise, but
move,
now
maybe.
KDB's done it.
KDB's
KDB
done
done
it.
it.
There was
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
I swear down, he scored one goal where he nutmegged someone. This must have been in like 2009 or something like that, or 2010. Fabregas nutmegged
Doesn't matter,
someone,
man.
like
It
went
just-
through the team, like
like, you-
just end up scoring or
it's
something.
No, this is so
Funny thing
irrelevant.
is, when you're a midfielder,
Nah,
all I'll say is that a
no,
testament
he's
to your
so funny,
quality
man.
is
He's so
It's
funny.
another
I'll
one
say-
from a
But
bank camp.
compared,
No, I don't care.
compared to De Bruyne,
Fine,
what
it's
De
funny.
I'll
Bruyne's
say is that-
all-round game was also very strong.
with not
Fabregas
I'm not
is
even
cool,
comparing the
don't
two.
get me
These
wrong,
these
cool.
are
Yeah,
two
of course,
complete,
not
by the way,
Brian
these are
Leverkusen.
two completely different
Different players.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
bro.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
So,
But
generally
better.
speaking,
It was better.
No, I'm-
Messi and Lewandowski are different.
Yo,
Still
let
not
me
Messi's
finish.
better.
Yeah, he's just refueling, bro. Let him land. Like, let him get up
Let
in
me
the sky.
land,
let
bro.
him
You,
land,
like,
bro.
you get it, bro. Take the City shirt off. Let me land for a second. All
That's
I'm,
not about it, bro. It's
all
just
I'm-
like
all I'm saying is that
Was that the
a
one?
testament to Fabregas is that, and to a lot of midfielders, is that when the legs go, can you still be at
Yeah,
the top?
yeah.
And with Fabregas,
Bro,
I
that's a
think
Spanish thing, though, bro.
IQ,
I
innit?
can't lie. That's a Spanish thing. David Silva's the same. Fucking
Yeah, yeah.
Xavi and Leicester, bro.
but
the
it
Spanish
don't
thing.
mean that it's
Their
not
legs
like,
go
bro, when
quick,
your
you
legs,
know.
you
Oh
see
no, you
these
still
men
have
like,
to play. Yeah. Facts. Yeah.
that's a
But it's-
testament to me,
bro,
man. Some of these man can't
you
move,
know
bro.
what it is,
You know, Xavi Alonso couldn't move by the time he went to Madrid, innit? He couldn't move.
Spanish players, their
Like, in his-
legs. I
in
don't
his
know
second
what
or
they're
third, like,
drinking, but
after
their
being
legs
at
are
Madrid
gone.
like a year,
Like
you
a
know,
once
that
they-
Xavi
once they
Alonso's
get-
motion,
once they
like,
hit
burnt.
28.
10, the legs are gone.
Not, I
28,
didn't say his legs were
28.
gone, but man couldn't
28.
really move like that. Like, you know, Pirlo,
Yeah,
something
bro.
like that. Bro, at Juventus, the guy couldn't move.
Yeah.
He couldn't move.
Yeah.
And you still relax. Like I just have a massive respect for guys at the top level, like Tony Kroos as well, even though he's personally.
I love Tony Kroos. Oh
But,
my
like,
god,
guys like
his
that.
play style.
I do have a respect for guys like that. I'm not even comparing them to KDB. I'm just saying to those type of midfielders. Got massive
I
respect.
can't lie. I've always found the KDB and Fabregas thing. They're not the same players. If I'm comparing Fabregas, I'm comparing Fabregas to David Silva. That's who I'm comparing.
But I think it's more or less like when you're talking about who the best is, isn't it? Because let's say, for example, I threw Kante in the mix here to say he was. I know he's not the best, but you know what I mean. You know, or Vieira, he's not the same player, but it's more or less.
Nah.
Yeah.
When you're saying who's the best, whose overall game was the best, you got to kind of nudge one even if they aren't the same.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you.
Bro,
I hear
KDB,
you.
he had. There were times where he was a workhorse. You know, he put in his shift defensively. His passing was a joke.
There's no chance.
Like no, bro. His passing was a joke. Like I gotta emphasize that again. Without KDB, yeah, Haaland doesn't break those records. The amount of times I saw that ball whipped him from the right, Haaland back post, bro, over and over and over and over again. That was
Do you know
basically
what it
their
is?
set piece.
Bro, and last season, I said this, the thing we missed so much was that KDB's legs had gone by last season, bro. And I'm going to repeat it. It's his driving with the ball. Kevin De Bruyne used to fucking just pick up the ball.
Bro, he
and
was
just
strong as well, you know.
But it was not just driving. It was like he's driving with the ball, but also fucking give him too much space. Give him too much space. He's going to put it top bins as well. Alternatively, he might just bend it around your whole defense.
Just to reply to one of the comments, a shame on you, man, sitting there saying nothing as the only semi-pro footballer on the panel. Cesc is double the player KDB was. Let me adjust a few things. I don't play semi-pro.
Okay.
I don't even play. I don't know why. I don't even play right now. I won't be playing for another year and a half.
We're sorting out motorized once. It's all good. He's going to get on there fucking electrified. It's going to be perfect.
A year and a half.
Yeah.
Fucking
And I didn't even compare Cesc and KDB. I actually said for me they're different players. So I didn't say I didn't actually compare them. I've actually stayed quiet for most of the debate.
Yeah, isn't it?
That's a shame on me.
But this is my point.
That's just not me.
but my point is like we can acknowledge it now, or you can acknowledge it later. It's like Haaland, yeah. Haaland is doing things that no other striker has ever done. He's a generational player. So if you want to turn around and be like Aguero's better than Haaland, he's not. He's not. He's just not. So you can't make that argument to me.
It's one of them awkward conversations.
I can say right now, Haaland is better than Aguero. Yeah, he just is. You don't have to say anything about. We don't have to debate it because he's just better. Like,
but what's your opinion on that?
A bit.
Pick one. Real quick, pick one.
At the moment, for me, it's still Aguero, but I fully hear.
That's because you're a City fan.
Exactly. Bro, this is a thing in football. Guess what? Very few of us are ever fully objective because we support fucking fans. We've had emotions with that club. The Aguero moment, bro, the minute you mention fucking Aguero Haaland, it's like, bro, that first league because of what Aguero did. And you do go and look at Aguero's like, as an overall,
Aguero was a joke. I can't believe Aguero ain't talked about more. You know, like his name's slowly like fading, or he doesn't get talked about.
A little bit due to Haaland as well.
That guy ripped us every single damn time.
Yeah.
Like it was peak, man. I had to watch it. I remember I was sitting in the living room one game. You know when you start beat a 6-0 or something like that. And Aguero said, bro, I sat there. That was one of the only times I sat there in silence the entire game. And Aguero was one of the ones at the thing. I think even Mr. Sitter, bro. Like,
here's the thing that we can tell you about that as City fans. Yeah, there's going to be, and this is where if we're having this conversation about KDB, and I might mention, oh well, KDB, David Silva, bro. If I'm doing that on my channel, I'm going to have a load of people in the comments saying Colin Bell, right? Straight away. Now, I can't talk on that because I didn't watch Colin Bell. So there are going to be City players now, City fans now that 100% are going to say Haaland. But that's because they didn't live through the Aguero moment period. So they know about him and they've heard he's a legend, but they don't know how old he was on the pitch.
My thing is like I watched City the whole time when you had Negredo, Dzeko, like obviously Balotelli.
That first 5 months under Pellegrini, Aguero and Negredo together.
Negredo streets for that left foot for Negredo.
Bro, the first
Alvaro Negredo.
Bro, I can't lie. Do you know what?
Even Dzeko. As time went on, people.
Bro, Dzeko's very underrated.
You guys are not. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. It's like
months. Bro, Dzeko's still doing it now, man.
But what Haaland's doing is just we've never seen it before. And when you've never seen something before, you have to treat it in the way that it needs to be treated, as it is something that's never been done before. And you can't really compare other people. He's on his own little pedestal, and you'll see that as his career expands. But right now, he's not going to suddenly. He's not going to suddenly stop doing what he's doing.
Wait. So Jay, do you have the same thing for like players like I'm talking all the G? You know, because I always say Haaland, Salah, all these guys are in that quartet of GA.
Yeah.
They're in that like GA category.
Yeah,
people put them in that. Do you have that? Is that like a? Do you think like with like guys like Salah as well? Like,
I think if you were to say like an all-time, like in the Premier League, I think Salah would make.
I'm just saying the opinion you have on Haaland. Do you have that opinion of?
Yeah, so I'm saying like
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah,
so you have that opinion with Salah.
Yeah, like if I was doing an all-time Prem 11, Salah would be in it.
Yeah, of course.
So I think I'm consistent with it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything inconsistent.
Because you know what it is? I just noticed a trend of like Fernandes, Haaland, Salah, KDB. I'm not saying these guys are GA merchants, all of the just GA merchants. I'm not saying that.
Because I place the highest emphasis.
I feel like gets thrown around.
No, because I place the highest
different levels and different.
No, but I place the highest emphasis on match winners in modern football, because I think that's the most difficult thing to do. So if you're a match winner in modern football, I'm going to give you probably slightly more flowers than if you are somebody that helps platform your team to play better. Because I think the being a match winner is more difficult, it's more expensive to buy, and it's more important for a team. So that's the way I view it. So if you facilitate your team to be better, amazing. I'll still call you an all-timer, a top player. But if you facilitate your team to be better and you get high levels of GA, higher than a level than other people are experienced or used to experience, then I'm going to platform you. And I'll consistently platform you when we have these kind of debates.
I hear that.
Right, that note, I think we're probably perfect time to end the show, Dave. No, but we're going to redirect it. So if you want to talk another 30 seconds on fucking someone, then while we redirect it, Monty, you going live?
I'm going live at Ranch.
Henri for the time being. Henri for the time being, but like give Haaland another few years.
No, Ranch,
that's a combo, you know.
That's it.
Monsters.
Henri
Let's see how it goes in another few years. Let's see. Don't forget, there was also a guy called Dennis Bergkamp.
How many trophies did Henri win at Arsenal? How many Prem's? What, like
Not enough.
2?
Here we go. Don't give me no. I'm not. If we're gonna classify,
Hey, taking the mic, man. Hey, look, see,
Haaland's got an all-time Premier
taking the mic, man.
He's right wing.
got it.
Right then, people. This is going to redirect over to Monts, who is with Rants. Then I think I'm on after you with Rants as well. So we will be back. I don't know. Don't matter.
We'll be back someday, later, tomorrow, the day after. They'll be late. They'll be late. All right, don't worry.
Don't worry. We're not going anywhere.